High schools across the county participate in the mock DUI to give students a perspective of just how dangerous it can be on the road and the consequences of making poor decisions while driving. North Marion is the exception. Annually, they conduct their own campaign called Drive4Life to remember those students whose lives were cut short, as well as hear and share stories of personal experiences that will lead to the ultimate goal of helping students make good decisions and keeping them safe.
I was a senior at North Marion High School in 2010, and my senior class had experienced 8 deaths within 3 years, and we were just tired of the funerals and the crying and the accidents, and we felt that hearing it from students and friends would make more of an impact than hearing it from their parents or other adults, because it just didn't seem to be sinking in. It was a student-led campaign that we started. The leadership class here at North Marion High School does a lot of our school events. We came together and we created it. We ran it by our teacher in leadership, and then we took it further to the principal and activities director to get it approved. And they've been behind us the whole time because they knew that it was time to do something to prevent or encourage these students to drive safely and make wise decisions.
At first, when I came to North Marion, I was in 9th grade. I didn't like the Drive4Life program because I was new to it, and we go to the program and it was very sad to me. So I was always a person that was like, well, Drive4Life is coming up next week. I don't want to come to school, because honestly I thought that it was sad for what was happening to people, but I honestly thought that it would never happen to me, or it would never happen to someone in my family, until it did happen to someone that was in my family, and it became serious.
One thing that really never clicked with me before was anything that you do looking at your phone, even if it's just changing the music or just turning up your volume so you can hear if somebody calls you or not, it's a distraction. Any little thing is a distraction, and for 1 second it is all it takes, and you could just end up in a ditch. I understand those things are fun to do, but they're not fun when you could hurt yourself really bad, or you could hurt somebody else. You could even kill somebody, and it's not worth it. I practice always wearing my seatbelts. Nobody gets in my car without putting their seatbelt on, and I don't text. I don't do anything like that in my vehicle. Nobody does it, really.
I feel like it's been very effective. Kids definitely take it to heart, and it's very emotional for us. Like yesterday when we had our assembly, I seen a lot of students and a lot of teachers crying of seeing their past students in their classroom that have died due to destructive decisions while driving, and also students' friends and family members and stuff. We had a lot of breakdowns during our assemblies in the past, and also this year, yesterday, that actually it showed that they took it very seriously. So I think that the students definitely take it seriously.
It's not just about the driving part of it, and that's kind of what I spoke about in my talk. Was there's so much more that goes behind it. You're not just affecting yourself. You're not just affecting your family. It's their friends and other families that are involved, and it could change people's lives. Drinking and driving, not wearing your seatbelt, and those are all things that are very preventable. I mean, if you don't drink and drive, you're less likely to get into a car accident. So I just think that the message is, it's not just your life, it's others around you that you need to be considerate of.
As long as one person walks away knowing that they're going to get into a car and buckle up, or knowing that they're not going to go text and drive, to me, that's an accomplishment.
This year, North Marion High School won the Battle of the Belts, and for the first time ever, there was a 100% participation rate. This competition encourages students to wear their seatbelts whenever they are in a motor vehicle. Way to go, North Marion.
Student-led conferences are basically led by the student. They take ownership of their work, and they explain to their parents what they've been learning all year, what they have learned, what they need to work on. I'm there just to facilitate if they have any questions or prompt the parent or the student, but the students show their work, show their parents what they've been learning throughout the school year.
I can do my work, and I can play with other friends.
And your behavior?
I'm good.
It's excellent.
It's better for the students to do it because, number one, that also helps the student take ownership of their learning. They have actually had to sit down and look at data and decide where they need to improve, and then explaining it to the parents lets the parents see that it is important to to the child, and it then makes it more important to the parents. And then it also opens up a dialogue for the parents and the students to talk about, and that way the parents can help them reach those goals.
It's good because you get to come in and see what your child is learning and what they need help on, and they get to lead it and tell you, and so you know that they're learning things at school. The student is aware of what's going on and what they need to work on or what they're doing good in, and then they have that paper there that they can look and see what they have to work on and what's circled and what's not circled.
All right, Charlie, here's your conference form that we talked about. Okay, you're going to go over it with Mom and explain everything that we've been going on this year, okay? The kindergarten student-led conference paper that they have, it's a packet that we fill out together, and it goes through their letters, their numbers, colors, shapes, their handwriting, if they can write their name, if they can write their numbers, counting, all those kinds of things.
What's this one?
I like it. I mean, personally, a lot of times coming in, you know, parents get nervous or overwhelmed when the teacher is just talking to them, but for their student or for their child to come in and just explain themselves, they appreciate it more and they take it to heart more.
This is a partnership with my Homeless Children and Youth program through Marion County Schools and Community Bank and Trust of Florida. And this is an annual golf tournament that they put on, and the proceeds benefit our program locally. So they've been partnering with me for about, I think this will be the 15th year that we've participated with them and supported their program with the golf tournament. And Community Bank and Trust is an awesome partner with my program. They help with Stuff the Bus. They do a lot of other promotions for and support for my program during the school year, but this is their biggest fundraiser that we're a direct benefit factor of. And what that means is I can go buy new sneakers, I can buy some school supplies for our most homeless, needy kids at all of our Marion County Public Schools. Well, on Saturday, I think the golfers can start checking in at about 11 or 11:30, and there's all kinds of raffle prizes, silent auction, some things going on. There's lunch, and it'll be a 1 o'clock shotgun start. So the golfers will be out on the golf course. Dr. Grantham will be golfing this year, and the superintendent, Dr. Heidi Mayer, will be out in her golf cart checking on the golfers and seeing how everybody's scores are going. And then when they come in, they do a nice evening activity and event with them, and there's some food and refreshments, and then all the prizes of the top golfers. There's a few hole-in-one opportunities for our golfers, so it's just a very fun, exciting program to be part of.
We might be a little partial, but we know that our students in Marion County Public Schools are some of the best in the state, and 8th Street Elementary brought home the hardware to prove it.
Good morning, Eagles, and welcome to this edition of WESH, coming to you live from our Eagle studio.
That's right, Bae. We are set for a fantastic day. Let's start off with Chloe and our pledge and character pledge. Over to you, Chloe.
The Jim Harbin Student Media Festival is a statewide competition that recognizes excellence in video production. The Marion County Student Media Festival is a little over a week away, and we would like to recognize our very own Jim Harbin award-winning video production team, the Soaring Eagles of 8th Street Elementary.
It was pure joy to see them win, and I can only hope that in the future some of them would like to continue on in TV production.
The saying goes, it's difficult to get to the top, but even harder to stay there.
I mean, wow, where do we go from here? But you know what? Our group is so good even this year. All I'm saying is watch out, because they are really, really good, and they really are interested in trying to do this again for next year. And they're working hard at it. The same thing like we just said about those little tiny details. They are just working at those things and trying to perfect it, to make it look professional, and make our kids really want to listen, and we're so proud of them.
Here's a portion of their winning segment.